we are going to start with the left eye, as in looking at Lydia Deetz, left eye. Okay, so let's get started. If we're gonna start with the iris. So take your black yarn, okay, make it into a magic ring. And let's start off by doing 6 single crochets into our magic ring. Oops. Here we go. Chain 1 and then 6 single crochets. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to pull that tight and then slip stitch into the first single crochet. So slip stitch and then you can cut and pull it through. And then just tuck it away behind. So that's our iris. It is a bit bigger than the picture, but that's fine. I remember that we did 6 on this side, so I want them to be the same. So I'll just, anyway, that's just there for my reference. Okay, here we go. So we're going to start now with the dark chocolate brown yarn. Okay, here we go. So let's have a look. We'll do it in so you're going to go through both of the stitches. Okay, not the back loops, just your normal stitches now. Okay, does that make any sense? Don't think it does. But basically, we're just going to attach our brown yarn as you would anyway, not through a front loop or a back loop. That's what I mean. So attach your brown yarn. Let's chain 1 and we'll do a single crochet in the same space. And again in the next stitch, we'll do 2 single crochets. And then in the next stitch, another 2 single crochets. Two single crochets in the next. Okay, about by here, what I want to do is if you grab your lighter shade of brown, beige, brown, whatever. Okay, this yarn that I've got is very easy to split. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to cut a little bit off. Well, a good length, a good arm length at least. We don't need that much, but just in case. I'm just going to split it. This has got 4 strands. So I'm just going to split it. Whoop. It gets a bit knotty, but there we go, I got it. And then I'm going to just use 2 strands of this. You could find maybe more a cotton-based beige if you wanted, or just go for, I don't know what they're called. Is it like a 2-ply? I have no idea, really. Okay, so anyway, we're going to crochet with the 2 colours now. So I've just joined it I'm just holding it in position here, okay? And you can see I've wrapped it around my finger. So I'm going to yarn over and in the next stitch, I'm going to do a half double crochet. Just going to hold it in position there. There we go. And then I'm going to yarn over again and do another half double crochet in the same stitch. Yarn over and I'm going to do a half double crochet again. And another one in the same stitch, half double crochet. There we go. And that's brought me round then to my first single crochet, which I will use in both colours again. I'm just going to pop my hook into that first stitch and then do a slip stitch. There we go. So I'm going to cut that and just see how that's looking. And pull it through. There we go. So there's a lot more white I've noticed in there, or like colour. Not colour, what's the word? There's a lot more light, I guess, in her eye colour on this eye. And I'm just going to compare it with my other eye that I've done. That's not bad. What I want to do now is a dark circle around the colour of the eye, which we did on this eye here. So yeah, I'm going to do that, and I will do it in the back loops only. I don't know, I think this is a bit smaller, this eye. So let's attach our black. So anywhere, okay, so I'm going to base, see those flecks of light there? All right, I'm going to sort of have that slightly to the left, but at the bottom. So I'm holding it like that. So then I'm going to just start here. So actually it doesn't really matter because it's going to be the same stitch all the way around. But anyway, we'll go back to that when we're doing the white of the eye. So grab your black yarn. Now let's attach it. And I just want to do slip stitches all the way around. Remember, it's the same as we did with the first eye. You just do it as loose as you can, okay? So let's chain one to start, and then we'll go straight into the next back loop, and then we'll do a nice slip stitch, and again in the next, all the way around. Keep it as loose as you can, not too tight, because if it's too tight, it's going to curl the work. And then when we work the white of the eye, we're going to be working into the back loops of these slip stitches, okay? So keep going all the way around. If you feel like it's getting a little bit too tight, you can always do like a chain one to to carry on around, okay? I can't get it in. There we go. There we go. Yeah, that chain one did a good job. I think it was where I slip stitched or something, so it was a bit weird. There we go. Keep on going. There we go again. And I think where we started, I'm going to do another slip stitch into it. I think we're going to do a chain one anyway. There we go. And then just, I don't know, into that chain or whatever's available to you, I'm just popping it into there. Is that focusing? I'll just make sure it is. Excuse me. There we go. And then I'm just going to, slip stitch and pull through. Okie doke. And then pop it round the back. Okay. So let's pull, make sure that our magic ring is pulled there. And that's the start of the eye. There we go. Ta-da! Okay. So, I think for the white of the eye, we're going to start at this side, okay? This side first. Now, what I'm going to do, as I said, well, I said it before, but the colours, the light parts that we added, that's going to be the bottom of the eye, but slightly to the left, as if you're looking at it, just like that. See the way I'm holding it? Okay. Right. So now we're going to grab some of our green and white. So I've got my white. Let me just have a look at the eye. Okay. So we need our mint green and we need our white. So here we go. I think I'm just going to mix the green into all of this eye. I know we didn't on this part, but I don't know. No, maybe not. Okay, sorry. I'm going to add let's just go for white. This is a thing, see, because I'm just sort of narrating exactly what I'm thinking, and yeah, anyway. This is the only way I can think to do it. So, okay. Right, so holding the eye in this position like that, I am going to take my hook and put it into the back loop there. So you can see where I've added it there. All right, okay. That's where we're going to add the white. So let's pull through that white. Now, we'll go and crochet, single crochet 2, 1, 2, right? And then we're going to yarn over, and in the next back loop, we're going to do a half double crochet. Actually, let's do I think we can get away with a double crochet. Yeah, we can. Double crochet. And then what I'm going to do is that picot, I'm just going to say picot, I'm committing to picot now, the pronunciation. So chain 1, and then there's 2 little front loops here, and I'm going to pop my hook through, and then I'm going to do a slip stitch, and then that should hold our position or the shape. I can't get it through. Sorry, I'll do that again. It is a bit awkward, this stitch, but get it in. Got it. So that's going to hold that shape here. I hope. It does normally. Okay, so next we're going to do some stitching, but into the stem of that double crochet. And we'll start with a single crochet, and I'm just going to grab a part of that stem and do a single, like so. And in next to it, I'm going to do a half double crochet, like that. So I don't want it to pull up too high, so I'm just going to make sure that it's going to hold a good position. Yeah, okay. Then in the same space, or the same stitch that we did that double crochet, we're going to yarn over and do a half double crochet in that same stitch, that same space. So half double crochet, there we go. Right, and then in the next back loop, let's do a single crochet and another single in the next. There we go. And then I think, let me just see. I think we'll start joining the mint. Let's start joining the mint green. So hold it there a moment, grab your mints. There it is. So I'm just going to join it and, well, basically just start crocheting with the 2 strands now. So in the next back loop, let's do a single crochet. I pulled a bit of the black, but it doesn't matter. There we go. In the next, do another single. So we're at the top of the eye by here at the moment. Single, single, hang on, let me grab the 2. Whoop, there we go. And I could feel it being a little bit tight for me, so I'm going to do another single in that same space. Do you know what? I thought I wasn't recording then, and I was about to just go, no, but I am. Oh, thank goodness. I was gutted then for a second. Right, okay. Yeah, keep on going then. So in the next back loop, let's go straight into a half double crochet. Back loop, half double crochet, and then in the same space or the same stitch, let's do another half double crochet. So we've got a little bit more space here to play with, so we're good. Yarn over, let's do a double crochet. Ooh. It's like rip. Sometimes it grabs, but anyway, never mind. Okay, let me see. Yeah, so I'm going to do another double crochet in the same back loop that we just did that last double. Hang on, here we go. double. All right, here we go. I'm hoping this bit here is looking a bit funny to me, but I'll fix that. Let me see. Ooh, hang on. Right. Because it's up, you see it's up there a little bit, isn't it? That kind of left corner part of the eye. So I don't want to go too far. Okay, I think this is going to be the stitch that we do the pickets. So let's do with both of those strands of yarn, chain 1, and then we're going to pick up those 2 front loops. I don't know, there we go. That's what I've grabbed. And then slip stitch. Pull it through. It's a bit harder with the 2 colours, so bear with me. Just take your time. Can't get it through. Flipping heck. Hang on, let me do that again. Oh, I got 1 through. Oh, I'll do it again. Hang on. Try again. Oop, there we go. I might have to do it with the 1 because I can't be bothered to keep fussing. Hang on. So I've done my chain 1 and try again. And if I can't do it, I'm just going to use the 1 colour. So you do the same. Oh, if it's too fussy. Oh, good grief. Too fussy. Right, that's it. Just the 1. Hang on. So I'm just going to drop. I might do it with the green, actually. Doesn't really matter, but doing it with the green. Come here. Right. Did I do my chain 1? I did. Right. So let me just try it with the green. Come on. Yes. I'm just going to carry on with both of them then. That'll do. Right. So let's crochet down the side of that double crochet. So we'll do a single, I think, to start. Let's use the both strands again. There we go. And let's do a half double in the side of that stitch again. Oh, I think I've got it. Right. Oh, look. Oh, it's been a bit annoying, isn't it? Right. Let me just double check how we're looking. Yeah, that's looking good, actually. I like it. Right. Let me feel how that's looking. Ooh. Right. Okay. So you see how it needs to, obviously if you look there, you've got about 1 or 2 stitches there. So we need to kind of, if you lean it against the colour or those black stitches, you can kind of see where we can sort of connect it but with a single crochet. So when we have a look at that, I think that's maybe one what stitch was it? 1 slip stitch, that we're skipping, I guess. And then I'm going into the back loop, and then I'm just going to go straight into a single crochet. Like so. Whoop. Oh, I've managed to pull the both through. That's great. And I'm just going to loosen it a minute just so I can just check in case that isn't going to work right. See, if I mould it a bit, it goes quite nice again, but it's got a little bulge. Anyway. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So how much have we got to play with? Right. So I would say we should do a single crochet and then slip stitch into the last one by there because there's nothing there. Right. So, let's do another single in the next slip stitch, and then we'll do a slip stitch into the next back loop. Oh, it's too many words. Right. There we go. That'll do for a minute. Let me just cut that, pull through, and then just tuck it around the back. I quite like that eye better than this eye now. Anyway. Right. So obviously we're going to need some more stitches, but we can do that. No problem. I'm going to then, So, let me just see. Yeah. So to the right of the eye again now, where you might be, you should have the same actually. So I've got a little bit of a bulge. I think it's going to cause a weird shape if I don't fix it now. So what I'm going to do is just using the mint. So you can see that picket stitch by here. All right. And then it's like 1, 2, yeah, just sort of like 2 stitches along. So let's pop our hook in by there. I'll just show you that for a moment. Now grab your mint and let's join it. There we go. Now we'll just give ourselves a little bit of length there. So we won't do anything in that stitch where we joined it, but in the next one, we'll go straight into a single crochet. In the next one, a single crochet again in the next, and again in the next stitch. And then we'll just finish up in this stitch, in the next stitch with a slip stitch, just to finish it off. There we go. And let's cut that. Pull it through, and as always, just pop it around the back. There we go. Let me just double check. Yeah, it is a bit bigger, but don't forget, we are going to be doing like a nice border. So that's going to take some of that space away, all that thickness away there. So that's fine. I'm not too worried about that. Okie dokie. So then let's go back. We've got a little bit of extra green or white, that I think green, that we can add here. So what we'll do is pretty much in that picket to the left of the eye, let's just pop our hook in there. Oop, there we go. All right. And then grab the mint, pull it through. There we are. And then we will, So, I'm just going to pop my hook in to my first available stitch there and do a single crochet, another single crochet in the next, and again, single in the next. And then I'm going to slip stitch into that stitch there. And then I'm just going to cut that and check and see how it looks. There we go. That's it so far. Right. Right. I want to... okay, so I'm going to add a few more stitches here now. So to the left of your eye, let me just think. If I just bring that up closer to you to see, that's where I'm going to be adding some of the mint yarn again, okay? So grab your mint, or lightest colour green that you have, or you can use all white, it really doesn't matter for the eye. Here we go. So we'll just go straight into the next stitch with a single crochet. I'll do another one in that same stitch. Whoops. Oh, hang on. And again, sorry, there we go. So that's 2 in the one. And then let's do 1 single in the next. A single again in the same space. And then in that picket, let's just slip stitch. And then we'll see if that's looking good. Cut that off. There we are. Okay. Yeah, that's good. I like it. I'm going to add maybe a couple of green stitches there, but not many. So if you just take your eye upside down, and then where we joined the white the last time, let's add our green, our light green again. So pull it through. we won't do anything, but you can see, I think we did 2 chains, didn't we? So into those chains, let's just do some singles. We'll see how that looks though, because I don't know if it's going to be okay. Right. And I think, yeah, into those chains, yeah. Another single, sorry, there we go. So that's 2 single crochets into those chains, and then we'll slip stitch, into the next space, or it might be the picket. Actually, the picket, yeah. How does that look? I'll just double check. Yeah, I think we can get that to work. So let's just cut that, pull it through, and then I'm going to tuck it around the back. And then just see how that's looking. Yep. Marvellous. Okay, so grab your this eye, the right eye, or whatever, left, right, whatever. The right eye I called it because I'm looking down at her. Now I'm going to add the fleck of colour. No, I keep saying fleck of colour. Fleck of light. Into this eye now. So I'm going to pop my hook into the middle. I'm just getting that for a reference. So I'm going to just add it in a similar fashion as this eye. So I'm going to grab, have I got enough whites left over? I do. So I'm going to use a bit of the white from one of the tails from the other stitches. Hang on. Oops. Okay. You can add fresh yarn, it's fine. Fresh yarn, you know what I mean. And with this eye, I've gone at an angle up there, like that. So I'm just going to mimic what I've done on that eye, or as close as. So I'm just going to do a surface stitch, like that, pull through, and then hide it. Oops, put it around the back. I got it. There we go. It doesn't have to be exactly the same, but we can always change it if it looks rubbish after. But yeah, so that's what I've just done. I just like it better with the flesh and I can't speak. Can't speak this morning, sorry. Okay, so now let's have a look what we need to do. What did I do on this one? That's the question. Yeah, let's go for Okay, so you can see on this corner of the eye that there's obviously that little bit of flesh colour that goes underneath, before the lashes, I mean, yeah? So we're going to choose a colour, and I'm going to go for my neon green. So grab your neon green, or close as to that colour, and let's grab the eye. So this is where I'm going to join. I don't know whether to go in the back loops or just go for it. No, I'll just go for it. So just before the picket is here. So I don't know, the stitch, that's a slip stitch, but so the stitch before, that's where I'm going to be adding my lime colour. Not lime? Neon colour. Ah, right. Okay, here we go. So let's add it. Ooh, pull it through. Oh, I'm starting to do sound effects now, aren't I? From the stitches. Here we go. Anyway, so chain 1, and then sort of going to go over that picket, or is it into it? I can't tell. I think it's going into it. No, into the picket, I think that is. And we're going to do a single crochet. There we go. And then we're at the underneath a bit now. So let's do some single crochets along the bottom of the eye. That's 2 I've done now. This is 3. And then 4, that's where the slip stitch is. So there you go. 4. And then where I joined it, that's 5 single crochets, a slip stitch into that last stitch, and pull through, and then tuck it behind. There we go. Right, so now what I want to do is carry along underneath this section of the eye with a, with my my bright green, but not the neon. So that's my neon, which we just used. So your middle color green, I guess. Right, so what we'll do, where can we go from? Let me just think. Yeah, so where we finished with that, on this sort of round with the white and the mint, I'm going to add, that's where I'm going to be adding this green now. So let's add it in, pull it through. There we are. And we'll do a chain 1. In the same space, I'm going to do a single crochet. That little bit of a gap here, we can fix that later. Okay, into the back loop of that black, let's do a single and another one. Actually, let's do 2 singles in there. And then I've got another little bit of a space. So in the back loop, I'm doing another single, and I think 1 single in there is fine. And then into the side of those stitches here, the mint that we did earlier, I'm just going to do a slip stitch because I think that will be fine like that. So cut it, pull through, and we are ready to add some black. Yeah, so when we do the black, we'll try and get that nice and smooth. Okay. So, actually, before we do that, let's add a little bit of white on the pickets, just to, or mint, sorry, we'll go for mint. So, sorry. So, to the right of the eye, where that picket stitch is, or round about there. So, there's, in that, I've got like a tiny little back loop there that I'm going to stick my hook. I think it was in the, what do you call it? That slip stitch into the pickets, okay? So using your mint, let's just exaggerate that section a moment, okay? So add a couple of stitches there. So pull it through that mint colour. Let's chain 1, and into the pickets, let's do a single crochet. Hang on. Single crochet, and another single crochet. And then into the same picket, let's do a slip stitch, and then into the white at the top. It's not even focusing, I'm sorry. Into the white, I really am forcing my hook in there. There we go. I'm going to just do a slip stitch. There we are. So that just gives us a little bit more to play with and exaggerates this section there. So let's cut that, pull it through to the back. Hang on. Oh, dear me, that's really hard to pull through. I will do it though, hang on. Oh, got it, right. Let's hide that. So that's how it's looking. So far, looks good. Here we are. Marvellous. So, let's start with the black. Here we go. So grab your black yarn. We're going to start at the top of the eye. So I'm going to just, okay. So in that mint stitch there, that's where I'm going to be joining my black. So if you want to add your yarn around about the same place, I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, pull it through. I'll try that again. Oh, my alarm is going off. Excuse me. Right. Okay, sorry. So we're going to pull it through here. And then we'll do actually we won't do chain 1. We're going to go straight into the next stitch with a single crochet. And then again in the next. So I'm not going through any back loops, I'm just going for it. In that same stitch, I'm doing another single, just so that it keeps my work nice and flat. In the next stitch, a single again. In the next one, another single, and that still feels good. In the next one, another single crochet. And in those mint stitches, I'm going to do a single crochet, but 2 in that one. So 2 single crochets there. And then another one in the next single crochet there, look, going all the way across. And then, let me see, this is where it gets a little bit awkward to explain, but there's another little area that I can add another single crochet to. And it's just bringing me round to the corner of the eye. So let's do another single in that one. So I'll do 2 in that one. So now we're coming to underneath the eye. I'm going to go all the way down until around about this section here, where we can sort of close that gap. So let's do some more singles along the bottom. So single, oops, I split my yarn, sorry. Single, single in the next, single in the next, single, and another single. Okay, so where I did my slip stitch there, if you sort of twist it, you can see I'm going to pop it into the white stitch. Single in that one. And then what I might do is another single in that same stitch, which gives us a bit more room to play with. And what I'm going to do is a slip stitch. So that gap there, I'm going to go, if you sort of pull your yarn across, see, I'm sort of skipping that section. Focus. I'm skipping that section and then going into that stitch, and then I'll do a slip stitch. So there we go, that's how it's looking. So let's cut that, pull through, and then tuck it behind the back. Okay, so now we're going to add our neon green so that we can fill in this area here, just up to the top of the black here, okay? But we're going to start at the bottom of the eye. And so where the black is here, I don't know where that section, where there is no white basically, if you just sort of draw your hook down, pop your hook into that section there, and that's where we're going to add our neon. So grab your neon colour, and it's just going to be a couple of single crochets. So if I just get that ready, here we go. So chain 1, and then in the next space, it's a bit loose because I think it was a slip stitch of some sort. So pop your hook into that area anyway, and do a single crochet. And then I might go into the back loop here so we don't lose too much of that shape there. So back loop, let's do a single crochet. And then back loop again into that, it's one of the minty, it's in the minty section. Do a single crochet, and I just twist it around like that so you can see now that we're going to be working up this area. So let's do a chain 1 just so we can sort of, yeah. So see if I go now into this bit here, which is kind of the slip stitch. So I'm skipping a good, that picket area and a little slip stitch. I'm just going to pop my hook into there and then do a single crochet like so. And then I'm going to go up that section with a single crochet again and another single, and that I'm going through the both loops now. So single crochet in the next, and then a single there as well. And then where we joined that black, I'm going to pop a single in that one. And then I'm going to skip this sort of area there. And then in the back loop of that black stitch there, I'm going to do a slip stitch. And then I'm going to cut it and just take a quick look at that. Pop it around the back. There we are. So let's see. I don't know, just an FYI, I always feel I'm better at doing the left eye to the right eye. And I know I started on the right eye and I'm already judging it like, oh, I should do that one again. But I'm not because I filmed it. So anyway, sorry. This is bugging me. Right. Okay. So yeah, they look okay though together, the eyes. I think it's going to work great. Right, now I'm going to just sort of raise this little section here a little bit more. So to the right of the eye, around about there, I'm going to do it in a back loop because I think it was that chain area. That's where I'm going to add the same colour. I've lost it. There it is. The same colour. And I'm just going to do a couple of single crochets by there as well. So I'm not going to chain one. I'm going to go straight into the next stitch and do a single and a single again in the next. And I'm just going to do a slip stitch. That's what I want. Slip stitch into the next, just to get that little bit of a bump by there. Cut it and pop it round the back. There we are. Right. Now, let me see. What did I do on that eye? Oh, not much. But I think what I will do on this one, do I want to introduce a new colour? Not really. I might do a bit of black to be honest. Yeah, black. Okay, just going to stick with black, keeping it simple. So, where we did that slip stitch then, let's move up one, and then that's where we're going to add our black. Add my black. So there we go. Add in the black. And then in the next stitch, so no chain one, we'll go straight into a single crochet. And then because that's a slip stitch, I'm going to go into the back loop just so we can still see a bit of the green. Do a single crochet. And then in where I did the slip stitch with the green, I'm going to pop my hook and do a single crochet there as well. And then I think if we chain one, chain one, skip that stitch and slip stitch into the next. And let's just see what that looks like. Yeah, that looks great. So what that does is make that transition from this section to that section nice. It just lays nice and flat. So you can see how nice that's sort of sitting. But if I undo it and not do a chain one, so there we go. I'll laugh now, but it looks just as good. But if we just went, oh, let's do a slip stitch in there. I don't know. It just looks a bit bumpy. Does it look that much different? I don't know. Anyway, that's what I do. If I think, right, it's not going to look right, I just do a little bit of a chain one, skip a stitch and slip into that next one. And it just lays flatter, in my opinion. Maybe you disagree. It looked alright actually, didn't it? Sorry. Oh dear. Right. But anyway, humour me. That looks better. Right. So yeah, there we go. I'm just going to pull it. If you want, you can turn your work around and you can just do some little knots behind just to make sure that they stay in place, because we will probably use that to stitch into and don't want to get loose. So that's what I do as well. Just knot some of the back if you like. And yeah, there we go. So that's that section done like that.